Lisa, you run a small insulation business in Logan. How was business going a year ago?
Business a year ago was a struggle. We were competing with a lot of other companies for jobs. It was myself and my partner, one person in the office and one full-time installer.
Well, let's have a look at what's happened since the Rudd government announced that $1,600 rebate for insulation.
We're seeing a huge demand for insulation. I would say our business has grown probably 300%, 400% since February. Business really, it has never been better. It's not a product that people can see and show off, so it's something that people think about, but they don't often make that step. But this rebate has made them go, oh well, it's free now, let's do it.
I've got 2 jobs.
In terms of staff, it means a lot. It means we can actually employ more people. We now have 3 additional office staff, plus myself and my husband. We have 10 new installers, plus the existing installer that we have, and we've gone from 1 sales rep to 6 sales reps. And that's all happened basically since the 3rd of February, and rapidly in the last 4 weeks. We were ready for a downturn because of the way the economy was going, and the last thing people are going to do is insulate their home. I never ever thought that I would thank Kevin07, but thanks, Kevin.
You must be the envy of just about everybody else who has a business in this room, I think.
I just said that, didn't I?
Would that be right?
I felt really guilty sitting
You
here.
all wish you'd had an insulation business. We've actually got a picture of you hugging an insulation bat, Lisa. Is that Kevin07 you're actually hugging by default, or is?
I'd probably be able to pick him up. Yes.
Okay, where would your business be without that decision?
We'd still be there, but we would be looking at expanding in different areas. At the moment, you know, our building trade was something that we were trying to increase. We've actually had to pull back on that. We have a paint section in our business as well. We've had to pull back on that as well because we just cannot keep up with the amount of work that's coming in.
So what's it like for you sitting in this community in that position of privilege?
I do feel very privileged, and you know, I would love to give these people work if I could, and I do feel good that we have been able to employ some people in the Logan area who wouldn't have jobs otherwise. I'm pleased to say that we've got more jobs that we can give to people. But
is there any survivor guilt in this? Is there because you live in the community, you must see a lot of people suffering.
Oh,
are there a lot of people you know that are suffering?
Oh, absolutely, and I do feel for these people, and you know, I'm just pleased that the government has actually done something sensible and smart by the stimulus package, actually creating jobs rather than simply putting a band-aid on things. They've actually put something into place that is going to give people long-term employment for at least the next 2 to 2.5 years.
Okay, Ben, you work as an installer for Lisa. You were unemployed before?
Yeah, basically for about 4 months. I came from the marine industry, lived up in Harvey Bay with my wife. We moved up there, bought a block of land in the hope that, you know, we could get things going up there. We liked the area. My wife was a teacher. We had a baby, and basically she stopped working. The marine industry up there just died from basically the economy. There was just no money up there. Moved back down here where I knew that I could basically get work, but yeah, still really struggled for about 3 months down here. And then, yeah, got in contact with Insulation Superstore.
So was that after the rebate or before?
That was just after the rebate started, basically, yeah.
And did you get in touch with them for that reason?
No, it was actually a friend of one of their first installers that they've got there, Matt. He got me the job there, and yeah, ever since then.
And how much work are you getting now?
As much as we can handle. It's anybody that wants a job that's pretty agile, give them a call because it's pretty good money.
Calls from all over the country. Whoa, hang on a second, Julie. There was mention here, Lisa's talking about long-term jobs. She's talking about sustainable jobs. What do you think? I mean, I know you're critical of these kind of government subsidies. Why?
Oh, look, it's a very interesting situation to actually compare Lisa's case against the case of an industry which is actually very similar to Lisa's, which is the solar panel industry. Now, that great turncoat of environmentalism, Peter Garrett, actually cut a rebate for the solar industry. And this is a very point that should be made, that money from government is fundamentally determined by political considerations, and there's precious little evidence, no evidence in fact so far, that these type of payments to industries will actually yield sustainable, real, market-based activity in the long run.
But if they're yielding an outcome in the short run, when there's a need for confidence, is that not a good thing?
Look, I mean, the problem, I guess from an economic perspective, I mean, certainly there's no question, we've just seen the evidence that in the short run, Lisa has been able to employ more people. But at the end of the day, money doesn't grow on trees from government. It actually comes from taxpayers. And in the case of public debt, it actually comes from those who are yet to work and perhaps even those who are yet to be born. So the money given to Lisa, I'm certainly not critical of her case and I wish her well, certainly...
But you wouldn't want that money given to her? You don't agree with that particular subsidy?
Well, I mean, there is a question about the costs and benefits of those programs from a long-run economic efficiency perspective.
Is that a yes or no? Good idea or not a good idea?
No.
Not a good idea. Lisa?
Well, I have to disagree with you. Not only am I employing people, the manufacturers of the products, the fiberglass industry, the polyester industry, the foil industry, they are running factories 24/7 and still can't keep up with supply. So they're providing jobs there. They're also doing providing a very basic service really for people in their homes. Homes should be insulated. We should be doing these basic things to reduce our pull on the energy grid, and in doing this, in installing a simple thing as insulation in people's roofs, we are really doing a couple of really good things